The man that changed my life would appear to be an atheist, but he was the most God-loving and God-believing man that I've met. But he just didn't believe in God like we believed in him. He taught me about tithing. He taught me about why we spread the gospel. He taught me about how life worked. He just taught me all the facets to live the life. And he said to me one day, Stu, he said, you own this multi-million-pound business. You don't know how the world works. He was the owner. And I'm down here, I'm doing this big case, because we used to do international law, but I wasn't a lawyer or anything, so I used to build the construction side of the case. He said, you need to come up to the office every Saturday morning for 2 hours, and I'm going to teach you how the world works. And the hardest thing he ever said to me was, Stu, you know, you taught a good fight. He said, but, he said, you just don't show no faith. Well, as he said it to me, I wanted to go across the table and put my hands around his throat. You know what I mean? I just nearly unravelled. The only thing that stopped me was he was my boss, paying me the wages, you know. And I looked at him, and the first thing I thought of was, after I rationally came back to being nearly rational, was I knew God had sent him into my life, see? So I thought, well, why would he tell me that? And I went home and I said to the Lord, okay, I want to be moulded again, transformation, let's get it on. And he taught me the most amazing thing of God being in my life. To my dying day, it will never change. He said to me, what is the first rule of living this life? And I remember saying to him, oh, it's to be positive, or it's to be committed, or it's to be, you know, have intent and all these things. And he kept looking at me going, no. He said, the first rule of this life is to love and be loved. I went, now hold on. Everybody knows we've got to be loved. What's all this to love and be loved? He said, I'm going to leave it with you, you know. It's the first rule of this life. Now, I knew then it was for me to unravel this thing he told me. How can I say to you today that it's true and it's scriptural? How can I prove to you, whoever looks at this thing, how can I prove to you it is the first law, whether we like it or not, of living this life as a human being, that it is to love and be loved? For God so loved the world, not that we love him, that he gave his only begotten son. Why? That we would love him back. Love to be loved. It's the first rule of life. And then I just transformed my life.